So good morning everyone, my name is Jordan J. Perido at ang nahanap kong metal craft sa aming tahanan ay ang tinatawag nilang lukoy or araro. In English is plow. So ito ay ginagamit nila sa pagsasaka. Ito ay kay lolo ko nanggaling. So ang plow is a plow is a farm tool for losing or turning the soil before sowing seeds or planting. Plow were traditionally drawn by uh, oxen and horse, but in the modern farm are drawn by tractor. A plow may have a wooden or iron or steel frame with a blade attached to cut and loosen the soil. So usually plowing is done at the end of the harvesting process. The aim of this technique is in fact to eliminate the weeds and the most of all the residues of the previous crop, bringing them down in deep so they cannot influence the growth of the plant. So the plow most important in agricultural implement since the beginning of history. It used to turn and break up soil, to bury crop residue, and to help to control weeds. So plowing breaks up the blocky structure of the soil, which can aid in drainage and root growth. Plowing fields can also turn inorganic matter into a soil to increase the decomposition and add nutrients from the organic matter to the soil. Many farmers spread the manure form of cattle and swine into their fields. So this invention of the heavy plow made it possible to harness areas with a clay soil, and the clay soil was more fertile than the lighter soil types. This led to prosperity and literally created and breeding ground for economic growth and city, especially in the Philippines. So, paano nga ba nila gamitin itong flow or araro or lukoy kung tawagin? Ito ay ginagamit ng mga farmer na magsasaka na hinihila ng baka or pwede ding meron siyang gulong na itinutulak na lang. So hindi ko po may papakita sa inyo ng ako yung nagtutulak ng araro kasi first of all, wala po kaming baka. Then second is ito ay luma na at hindi na masyadong matagal na po kasing hindi nagagamit. So magpapakita na lang po ako ng video kung paano ito gamitin or kung paano ito ginagamit ng mga magsasaka. So narito na po ang video, panoorin niyo po.
Ang pagtatanim ng palay.
to each and everyone. I am Abel Kidilig and I'm going to show you what are the metal crops that can be founded in our house. So I have here an hand axe. So halos lahat naman sa atin ay very familiar when it comes to this. So a hand axe is a short-handed axe intended for use with one hand. So saan nga ba unang nag-originate ang hand axe? So copper-bladed axes appeared sa Egypt about 4000 BC at sinundan na axes with blades of bronze and eventually ay iron. So saan nga ba ginagamit ang axe? So, tulad ng sabi ko kanina, we are very familiar when it comes to this. Kasi mostly ay nakikita na natin itong ginagamit sa pangangahoy o sa pagsibak ng kahoy. So, paano nga ba ito gamitin? So, papakita ko sa inyo kung paano nga ba ito gamitin. So, but before that, papakita ko muna sa inyo kung paano ito hawakan sa tamang maraan. So, yung unang kamay natin is ilalagay natin sa dulo o sa edge ng axe. And then, yung isa naman is yung malapit dito sa patalim niya mismo. Tapos, kukuha tayo ng isang kahoy, which is ito, nandito na. And then, ito kasing nasa taas nito is mag-i-slide sa baba kasi nga yung force niya is okay dito. Actually, sa bigat na rin nitong axe na ginagamitin natin.
Let me show to you the metal crops I found in the house. This is a jungle bolo, or kung tawagin sa Tagalog, bolo. Bolo is a large cutting tools of Filipino similar to a machete. The primary uses for the bolo is cleaning vegetation, agriculture, trailblazing, martial art. The bolo was arrived in 1887. This jungle bolo is a premium quality that is made in Philippines. Or kung minsan, this bolo is ginagamit sa pagkikipaglaban or pagpatay ng mga hayop. Let me show how to use bolo or a jungle bolo. Before that, this is the shaft of the bolo and this is the handle. The proper handle of the ball is like that. But when you have, kapag matigas yung bagay, ganyan. Para ma-force mo. But, ngayon, kasi, manipis lang yung ikakat natin. We only use one hand. Like that. Tapos, ganyan. Tutok natin. Tapos, kakanan mo. Ganon. Ganun siya gamitin.
A dead blow hammer is a specialized mallet helpful in minimizing damage to the struck surface and in controlling striking force with a minimal rebound from the struck surface. The minimal rebound is helpful in avoiding accidental damage to precision work, especially in tight location and in applications such as maintenance work on hydraulic cylinders. A dead blow hammer should only be used on short, small jobs. It's not meant for jobs that require a lot of force. The perfect setting for a dead blow hammer is when working on chassis repairs as well as minor flooring jobs. It originated in the 1960s, first striking tool selected by NASA to be sent on future space mission. This original hammer is on permanent display at the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C.
I found my lolo's tool on his equipment. I don't know how old is this, but my grandfather was born in 1940s. The origin of this tool, this hacksaw owes a great deal to Max Flower Nash of Clemson. He conducted a series of experiments in the 1880s looking at ways to increase the efficiency of saw blades via heat treatment and by changing the size and number of embedded teeth. So where to use it? A hacksaw is a type of hand tool designed specifically for cutting through materials such as plastic, steel, and other metals. A hacksaw is mainly used for cutting thin metals such as aluminum, brass, steel, or copper. How to use it. Grip the handle of the hacksaw with your dominant hand and extend your index finger along the handle so that it points toward the end of the blade. Keep your finger extended when working to help you guide the saw.
Good morning everyone. So today, I'm gonna show some metal craft that can be found in our house. And the one that I will show and discuss is the mata. Alam ko na familiar na kayo sa tool or metal craft na ito dahil karamihan sa ating mga Pilipino ay mayroong ganito at ginagamit nila sa pagsasaka at iba pa. Matak is one of the oldest agricultural tool shaped like a pickaxe with an adze and a chisel edge as the ends of the head dito sa bandang ulo. It is used for digging, grabbing out tree roots, and breaking up hard soil and rocks. The origin of the name matak are unknown. The use of this is to matak as a verb was first seen in the mid-17th century. For centuries, the matak has been considered as a versatile hand tool, being used for tasks such as grabbing out tree roots and digging out or breaking up stones and hard earth. Deer antlers were used to make the earliest mataks. Dati yung mga deer antlers, yun yung ginagamit nilang yung paggawa ng mata. And the first example appeared in the British Isles around the Mesolithic period. Their primary use was most likely for digging and something the rise of agriculture may be linked with it.
Or a wood axe is incredibly important to safely and effectively completing your job. So what does it look like to properly swing this particular tool? Well, it's fairly simple. So you're going to start out with your feet shoulder width apart with one foot slightly in front of the other. Then you're going to take your less dominant hand, you're going to put it on the base of the tool. Next, you're going to put your dominant hand right up near the head of the tool. Now, you're in the ready stance. You're going to hold it at waist level. You're ready to swing. So, what does an actual swing look like? Well, an actual swing generates up the body, out the shoulders, executes through the head of the tool. What does that look like? Well, I'm going to do this very slowly to try to show you guys. So what it looks like, swinging your shoulders around, bringing your tool up, sliding your dominant hand down to the base of the tool, the whole time keeping your eye on your target, bringing the tool down with all the generated force of your shoulders and your upper body behind the tool, guiding it into the targeted location. So what does that look like on a fast note? Well, it's going to look like this.
So this is the metal craft that I found in our home. This is what we call sewing machine. Hindi naman na kayo siguro bago sa itsura ng sewing machine. Ginagamit siya for repairing and making clothes. And it also help us to save time compared sa mano-manong pagtatahi, which is using hands. Since sa katagalan naman na niya dito sa bahay, and some parts of it are missing na katagalan na din, pabayaan na, nasira na siya. Kaya I just downloaded a video demonstrating on how to use sewing machines para mas madali niyong maunawaan on how to use sewing machines.
So, hello everyone, I will show off metalcraft. So, I have a metalcraft in our house. We call that is so, in Tagalog is lagare. According to Chinese legend, the saw was invented by Luban. Metal hand saw from around 1500 BC from Ancient Egypt, and from UR and Ancient Mesopotamia has been discovered. Handsaw made from flints were discovered in southern France. A saw is a tool of consisting of a two-blade wire or chain with a hard two-edge. Ito ay ginagamit bilang pagputol ng mga kahoy, bakal at iba pang kasangkapan na pwede nating gamitin na pagputol dito. So how to use of this lagare? Bago tayo pagsimula, dapat ganito ang hawak natin. Ganito po. Ganito. Tapos dito po sa kabila ganyan. Pag nandito sa taas, ibig sabihin, pinipurse natin yung lagare pababa. Pag dito naman, shear lang. Shear lang tayo dito. Una is hawakan natin dito. Tapos una is bigyan natin siya ng gatla or groove. Pag meron na siyang gatla or curve, pwede natin gamitin ang back or forward movement. It is used to cut through metal, very often wood, through sometimes metal or stone. The cut is made by placing that toothed edge against the material and moving it forcefully front and left, vigorously back or continuously forward movements.
Good day everyone, my name is Althea. Good day everyone, my name is Althea Frere, BS Entrepreneur, and I'm going to show you what is metalcraft that we found in our house. So yun nga, ang nahanap ko is itak.
Bolo knife. The bolo knife is a common in the countryside due to its use as a farming implement. Ito ay ginagamit noong panahon ng kolonyal bilang mano-manong alternatibo sa pag-aararo gamit ang kalabaw. It was also a common harvesting tool for narrow crops found on terraces such as rice, mung beans, soybeans, and peanuts. The primary use for bolo is cleaning vegetation, maging sa agrikultura.
The bolo knife is also used for Filipino martial arts or arnis as part of training. Ginagamit ito sa paglilinis ng halaman or sa agriculture. At marami pang iba na pwedeng paggamitan nitong bolo knife or itak.
Hi guys, I am Nico Sael Madamo, and now I will show you the metal craft, which is balisong, or in English is butterfly knife. This is the balisong. Wait, let's see what the balisong looks like when this thing is open. To be honest, I don't know how to use it, but I'll show you a video on how to use or tricks of balisong.
Yo, what's going on TikTok? My life. I heard a bunch of you wanted tutorials, so I'm bringing them back. Now today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this really basic opening. Let's get into it. Now this trick can be done with either the bite handle or the save handle. It doesn't really matter because you're not going to be in direct contact with the blade, but keep in mind if you want it to go into something afterwards, then you might want to pay attention to which hand to hold. So if you learn the double rollout before, it looks like this. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, you're going to be utilizing the first step of the double rollout, which is this part right here. So again, one more time, you can be swinging the safe handle or the bite handle out over the back of your hand and letting it drop. Then once you're at this point, you're going to be flicking both of those handles and the blade over your hand and then catching the handles in your hand just like that. You can also do this to ice pick, so don't be afraid to try it out. See you guys later.
The balisong was a self-defense and pocket utility knife popular among Filipinos, particularly in the Tagalog region. I've been wondering about the knife with the same name when I learned that the word balisong was the name of a barrio in Taal, Batangas. The butterfly knife is the name given to it by non-Filipinos. This deployable knife is known as the balisong among Filipinos. The phrase balisong is said to derive from two Tagalog words, baling and sungay. According to some, the blade's hilt is generally composed of carved carabao and deer horn as well as bones.